Hey, what's up, guys? This is Andrew Santowski. I'm doing a UFC on ESPN Plus 37 Moraes versus Sandhagen post-fight breakdown. Horrible bet on Moraes. I ignored all the advantages that Corey Sandhagen had coming into that fight. The height, the reach, the strikes landed per minute. And man, you can just tell by their persona going into the ring, their body language, that Sandhagen looked fast, he looked focused, he looked in the mind frame to beat the shit out of Moraes, and he did. And Moraes looked kind of nervous to me. He looked pale, nervous. I think the first round clearly went to Sandhagen. Moraes was trying to throw hard, but Sandhagen was just throwing more volume. Sandhagen was bouncing all around. And then in the second round, Corey Sandhagen, Marlon Moraes looked scared, and Corey Sandhagen finished Marlon Moraes with a spinning wheel kick and follow-up punches. So that's how that fight went. And like I said, a horrible bet on Moraes, which kind of swung me to Moraes. The bet on Moraes was the fact that the public was coming in so hard on Sandhagen. And guess what? Sometimes the public is right, man. Sometimes the things a fighter has in its favor, despite all the backing from the public, is the right side. And Corey Sandhagen was undoubtedly the right side in this fight. But we'll start down from the first fight of the night. Tagir Ulubekov against Bruno Silva. I thought Bruno Silva looked good, man. I thought Bruno Silva took the first round. I thought Bruno Silva won the fight. Tagir probably won the second round. I don't understand the 30-27 decision. I don't think a lot of people did, but like I said, it was in Abu Dhabi. Tagir is Muslim, but it was a close fight. But I definitely like the damage Bruno Silva did to Tagir's front leg, his calf. But I had Bruno Silva picked for that fight on my Bet MMA. He was a 5-1 underdog. The next fight of the night, Tracy Cortez against Stephanie Egger. I was on Stephanie Egger along with a bunch of other people. Huge money came in on Egger. She lost all 3 rounds to Tracy Cortez. Cortez took her down and just controlled her all 3 rounds. Third fight of the night, Giga Kankazi against Omar Morales. Giga looked great, man. He took all 3 rounds, almost finished Omar in the 3rd round. I had Giga picked for this fight, so I was happy to really see him come through. The next fight of the night, I really like this fight. I like the whole card of fights. Tony Kelly against Ali Al-Quaizi. I think that was a great scrap back and forth. Tony Kelly definitely landed the more hard, effective fights. They both nearly had each other in different submissions. Kind of thought the fight was going to go to split decision. But they gave Tony Kelly the unanimous decision, even though he dropped Al-Quaizi in the second and third rounds. Al-Quaizi ended up taking him down and controlling him. So, it was just really about how you scored that fight, and I guess Tony Kelly did land the more damaging fights. Al-Quaizi almost had Tony Kelly in a guillotine. I really like both fighters, man. I know Al-Quaizi's lost 2 fights, but, man, he's a tough fighter, man. Man, and I was on the wrong side of this fight, too, guys. Joaquin Buckley against Impa Kasaganay. I picked Kasaganay to win by decision. Joaquin Buckley looked great. He was landing hard strikes in the first round and then came back out and finished Impa Kasaganay in the second round with a jump spinning back kick. Man, that was a great knockout. Watch that, guys, if you missed it. I was on this one. Chris Daukaus defeat Rodrigo Nascimento. Daukaus has amazing hand speed for a heavyweight. Man, he finished Nascimento. He dropped him twice within the opening minute. Finished him 45 seconds into the first round. Tom Breeze looked great against KB Buller. I had KB Buller picked for this fight. Tom Breeze just used his stand-up, and KB Buller just didn't offer much resistance, man. Tom Breeze has some nice boxing. He knocks out, or TKOs, KB Buller 1 minute and 42 seconds into the first round with jab and hammer fist. Ila Tapafuria against Yusuf Zalal. Tapafuria almost had Zalal in numerous submissions, wins by unanimous decision. Tom Aspinall against Alan Baudet in the heavyweight fight on the main card. Alan Baudet, he bounces around as a heavyweight, man. He had some, he looked good. He was landing some spinning shit on Tom Aspinall, man. I thought, man, if this keeps going, he might knock out Aspinall. But Aspinall took him down, mounted him, and then just landed some devastating strikes, and that was all she wrote. 1 minute and 35 seconds into the first round. Next on the main card, middleweights, Dricus Duplessis against Marcus Perez. Perez, man, he came out aggressive. It didn't matter. Dricus Duplessis looked like he was just trying to, maybe as the commentators are saying, struggling with octagon jitters. But as soon as he started being more aggressive towards Perez, started pressing forward, he caught Perez with like a shovel hook or something and just dropped Perez against the cage. And that was it. 3 minutes and 22 seconds into the first round. Marcin Tybura against Ben Rothwell. Man, Marcin Tybura's physique looked a whole lot different. Looked like he was in great shape. Ben Rothwell took the first round. I gave Tybura rounds 2 and 3. Tybura wins by unanimous decision. I had Ben Rothwell picked. Edson Barboza against Makwan Amirkhani. Our Barboza dropped him a couple times in the second round. Amirkhani wasn't as aggressive as I wanted him to be. Amirkhani got a takedown in the third. Too late. Didn't do nothing with the position. Barboza wins by unanimous decision. Main event, guys. Already said it. Corey Sandhagen was undoubtedly the right side. And he beat the shit out of Marlon Moraes, man. Corey Sandhagen is an octagon. He's going to be a future bantamweight contender, if not bantamweight champion. The guy looks great. I regret doubting that guy. I mean, to compare him to Dominic Cruz is almost a disservice to the guy, man. The guy has finishing capability. And, man, he's got great cardio, man. He bounces around. He not only kicks, but he boxes. And he's all over the place, man. And he's got a length and reach for the weight class that even Dominic Cruz doesn't have. He's 5'11", 70-inch reach. And he just destroyed Marlon Moraes, man. He wanted it. Marlon Moraes looked scared. Marlon Moraes looked like he didn't know what to expect. And he got a wheel kick to the head and follow-up punches. And that was all she wrote, man. So Corey Sandhagen at -140 would have been a great bet. I regret not getting in on him. Thought the public was doing a disservice to Marlon Moraes, who opened up as a -135 on BetOnline. But I got Marlon Moraes for a +135. It didn't matter. He was not the right side. It was a losing bet. And all the public and sharps and all the other people that were on Corey Sandhagen was the right side. There was sharp action on Marlon Moraes too. As the line fluctuated and kind of stayed, there was more respect to Marlon Moraes. But Corey Sandhagen was the right side, guys. And he looked great, and I look forward to seeing him fight for the Bantamweight Championship in the future. He would be a huge favorite over Frankie Edgar. He'd probably be a significant favorite over TJ Dillashaw as well. Probably a -170, if not higher. Especially with Dillashaw coming off a 2-year layoff. But, man, looked great, man. Looked great. I can't wait to see how the Bantamweight title picture plays out in the near future. All right, guys, this is my post-fight UFC on ESPN Plus 37 Moraes for Sandhagen breakdown. Thanks, guys. Bye.